Welcome, everyone. I am so glad that you are here, and I am so excited to share this opportunity with you all. I really appreciate you guys being here today. I will just go ahead and get right into it. So I'm respecting everybody's time. I was introduced to Riman at the end of February by my friend who just raved about it, and I am not a skincare person at all. But she's like, you have to try it. And it's all clean and non-toxic. And that is something that I've always been very passionate about. That is actually how Jen and I connected, is that we started, I don't know if it was your first company, but in 2014, we were in a company together and we were both top income producers in that company. And our whole mission was educating people about toxic chemicals and personal care products. So it's just kind of cool how it's all come full circle and how we're still in the same place and our mission is still so aligned. Jen is going to share the bulk of this presentation with you, and she is simply amazing. She has an incredible heart. She is passionate about clean living and she is a clean beauty expert. And she's just a lot of fun and super successful. So, Jen, I'm so glad that you're here and thank you so much for doing this for us today.
Oh my gosh, my pleasure. You know I pay her to say those nice things about me, right? Thank you, Megan. And that was my first company too. So we
Okay.
both had our first direct selling company. And I've been in the industry now about 14 years. My second company, and this is important to my story, went out of business. And I vowed that I would never go to a startup company again. So I was with the company that Megan and I were together in for quite some time. Went to a startup. Startup went out of business. I was on the board there and had a wonderful position and was making great money. This is my full-time job. This is what I do to support my family, to put my three children through private college in Massachusetts, all paid for with this income. So you can imagine what that income looks like. It's phenomenal. And we're going to talk about that and specifically why you are here today at the right place at the right time to learn about Riman. Let's get into it. When you are evaluating a direct selling company, there are several things to look for that are important, and timing is one of them. Timing is to direct sales as location is to real estate. When I went with that startup, I thought this is incredible timing. And it was. However, 80% of startups fail within the first 3 years. That company was a statistic. I vowed to never go with a startup again. Now, here's what's cool about this company: it is a startup and it's not a startup. And let me explain. We came to the United States in 2024, but prior to that, Riman has been building and growing in South Korea. Korea is to skincare as Paris is to fashion. The world looks to Korea for skincare and beauty. And the global K beauty market is currently over $118 billion industry. That's with a B. And by 2033, it is projected to be 252 0.41, which is very important, billion. So we are growing rapidly. We are the number one skincare in South Korea, and North America, where we are located, is the number one skincare market in the world. Now, Riman is very quickly opening other countries. The goal is 50 countries over the next 5 years. So K beauty is a cultural obsession. Now, both Megan and I are here because we are into clean beauty. If this were a cultural obsession, it would not matter to me one bit if the ingredients were dangerous or toxic. It is my extreme passion. So, cultural obsession with clean beauty? Yes, please. The hashtag Korean skincare has 41 billion views on TikTok. Big trends right now are the trend of glass skin, which is what this skincare provides. And the Gen Z market is huge. College students are representing this on campuses across the country, and it is, again, gaining very fast, huge following. Here are some of the trends coming out of South Korea. It isn't just skincare, It's K-pop at the top of our charts, K-drama dominating Netflix, the Billboard top, all the songs, right, are K-pop Demon Hunters, BTS, and we are capitalizing on the K culture trend by offering people skincare that allows them to get the results that these Korean stars get. And authenticity matters. So when I came to Riman, one of our uplines is a K-pop star, literally. He he was in the first wave of K-pop, and I said to him, I was trying to impress him. I said, "Well, I've used Korean skincare. I used snail mucin." And he said, "Oh, Jen, that nobody in South Korea uses snail mucin. That is an Americanized product that they're selling over here." He said, "The difference between what we do at Riman and what all the other products on the market in the US do, we are true heritage Korean skincare made in South Korea, used by the Koreans. That is why it is truly authentic. And you want to be careful. People say, oh, I can go into Sephora and get K Beauty. No. First of all, you're paying more. This is a very reasonably priced brand. And this is the authentic Korean skincare. So we're going to look at a quick video that the company made to explain what we are doing here at Riman.
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Riman has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past, backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales. Riman is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
And that is just one of the many videos that this company has put together. So let's talk a little bit about the company itself. And what you're looking at here are photos of the Riman Smart Farm. It's huge. So if you think about like a New York City block, this is a couple of blocks large. And this is where Riman grows all of its heritage ingredients under full control. No pesticides, no herbicides, no GMOs. The owner and his family live here. So everything that they do and everything that they create has to be clean and sustainable. And this is all housed on Jeju Island in South Korea, where there are a lot of regulations. It's a tiny little island. It's like the Hawaii of South Korea. Everything has to be clean there, which is, again, important to Meghan and I. The company itself was established in 2018. It's a brand new company in South Korea. It came to the US in 2024. And even before it arrived in the US, it had done over $3 billion in revenue. It is rated as the #1 Korean skincare. And we have one product. It's our ICD signature cream that has sold over 45 million bottles, again, just in Korea before it came to the US. If you've never heard of Korean skincare, you will now. It's going to be popping up for you everywhere. It's so trendy. So please know that you know about the #1 brand that is used in the country itself. So what you get here with us is first movers advantage. You can come in and take advantage of this being a new company in the US. So it's all the appeal of a startup, but none of the risk of the startup like I took before and lost my shirt, basically. It doesn't happen here. We are established, and we're so established, in fact, that this was, again, before even coming to the US, we were number 22 on the direct selling news top 100. So look at all of these companies that you know and love over years and years. And then there we are. And I want you to pay attention here to the age of the company. So the top person, top Amway, is 67 years old. We are 8 years old, Legal Shield, 54 years old. We are the tiny baby able to come in and completely dominate the industry. In fact, the Direct Selling News just had they had an award ceremony last week, and we won the Innovation Award. This is out of 10,000 global direct selling companies. We came in top in innovation. And let's talk a little bit about our innovation. The reason these products work so well is our formulator is the top formulator in Asia. He has been creating home run products for the past 25 years and selling them to big companies like Chanel. He made a discovery. He was studying something called tiger grass. Tiger grass is an herb that is very well known in Asian formulations of skincare. He knew it worked, and they called it tiger grass because tigers in the wild, if they hurt themselves, they would go roll around in this grass to heal their wounds. So he was studying that. He also happened to have access to something called, and it's a little kooky sounding name, but it's Jeju Lava Energy Water. This is water that has been filtering beneath the bed of a volcano on Jeju Island for over 400,000 years. So imagine the minerals that were on this planet 400,000 years ago. That's what this water is getting exposed to and pulling. He took that water and he watered the tiger grass with it. Now, tiger grass typically grows about this big. It's the size of a nickel. Within 10 days of watering with the energy water, it grew to be the size of his palm, and all of the healing capabilities increased as well. So he put this on skin and it rapidly healed skin. And he thought, I am onto something. Now, at this point, he would sell that to the top bidder. And instead, he decided this is an incredible discovery. I can heal and restore skin. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to start a company. So he reached out to some business people that he knew, and they put Riman together, and they started in 2018, and they rapidly rose to the top of the charts in their country. And the company before them that was number one in skincare, the number one brand, was 75 years old. So this little upstart came in and knocked this top company off its perch. Now, in Korea, they don't make any differentiation between direct sales skincare and regular skincare. So this is everyone. And the other piece that we do differently is something called nanoliposomal technology. So he takes these clean formulations and he runs them through a machine called a microfluidizer. Now, skincare companies don't typically own microfluidizers. They cost about $500,000, and they are typically used for medical purposes. If you are going to use a lidocaine cream, it is microfluidized, so it penetrates your skin deeper. This will penetrate the skin past the skin barrier into the dermis. And because of that, the ingredients must be incredibly clean. And that is why we are so different. We have two lines. The first line is the ICD signature line. It is a water base. It works amazingly well. 95% of the before and after pictures that you are going to see for Riman are using this line, the ICD signature line. We also do have an advanced cosmeceutical line. It is microfluidized 7 times. So if you thought the particles were small and absorbable before, they are tiny and highly absorbable. Here are our before and afters. And look how fast. Most people will see some kind of result in 5 to 10 days. And it just gets better and better the longer you go. And we know everybody in this slideshow. So this is my friend's forehead. And this, I just sat next to this woman at our convention. All the inflammation from her face disappeared. Now, here's the thing to know. Her name's MJ. The thing about MJ is her mom was sending her Riman in 2018. So she lives in Atlanta, Georgia, but she has had access to Riman since 2018. So look at her face over time. And then this is my friend JW. Look at his age spots, completely gone in just 7 days. Great for acne, great for texture, great for men. And we have a wonderful group filled with before and after photos that Meghan can add you to if you want to see even more. They come in every single day. Every day, we get a text or a photo from a happy customer on our team. I get a couple texts a day. And the thing that we decided to say is we are in the business of getting people compliments. You use Riman, you get compliments. We also have other product lines. I'll just touch on them briefly. We have a supplement line. This is a gut health formula. Having a healthy gut is really important for healthy skin. And this helps to restore the gut lining. It helps for better nutrient absorption so that you get better skincare results. And we also have a collagen peptide ampule. So these are peptides that not only help your body replace, it gives your body collagen. It also helps your body to produce its own collagen over time. And one of the things I love that it's funny, they don't even mention on the slide is this is filled with liposomal glutathione, which is incredibly healthy for your body. And if you know Meghan, I know you know that. And one of the benefits of having the top formulator as our owner and CEO is that we get really cool products. So look at these collagen melting masks. Watch what happens when she sprays. This is our friend Karen. Isn't that incredible? And look how beautiful her skin is. This picture on the side is someone who did the masks. I believe it was 7 days in a row. Look at those results. And they say that you will get a 20% visible reduction in wrinkles immediately upon the first use. So please, please ask Meghan or ask the person who invited you here today about the mask. We also have incredible hair care and body care. And at this point, I want to turn it over to Meghan to talk a little bit about her results and why she even chose Riman in the first place. So Meghan, I'm going to put a little spotlight on you and turn it over. Take it away, my friend.
Hey, so just so you guys know, one of my daughters is sick with rotavirus and she was sleeping and she just came down here. So she might be coming up on the video here.
Family first.
I'm sorry. You can come sit with mommy, honey. My husband has all the other kids out and he was going to take her out, but she just couldn't go out. Come here, honey. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I know when you don't feel well, it's awful. That's the beauty of what we do here. We all work from home. We all have children and pets and elderly parents and people that we care for. And the fact that you can still work a business and care for your family, it is a Sunday, but if this were a Thursday and Meghan had a sick kiddo and she was at an office, what's happening to that child? So one of the things that I'm super passionate about is helping women make money so that they have choices. Meghan, I'm going to turn it back to you if you feel ready.
What I just need to tell you guys, one time I actually did have to do that. I was working as a school nurse and my son was so sick. He had 103-degree fever, chills, and I couldn't find anyone to cover. I had to go in until they could find someone to cover for me. So I had to bring him into school, lay him down on the cot. And anyway, so I love that about being in this industry. As I told you guys before, I am not a skincare person at all. And I've tried a lot of different things, but I can never stick with them. But since the first time I tried this and I put the products on my skin, and they don't have a fragrance, which I didn't, when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like that or not. Cause I like, even if it's a little bit of earthy essential oil, I like that. But once I put the products on my skin, I'm like, okay, like now I get it. And the fact you see results so quickly, like you can see the results. This year, I don't know if you guys know my story a little bit, but basically since COVID, my health has deteriorated. I have not taken care of myself. Like I was eating healthy, I was taking the supplements, but just my health deteriorated. I looked horrible. I felt horrible. And so this year I committed to taking care of myself again. And that's why my friend was like, you need to try this. It'll really help how you're feeling. And just to see the glow coming through, and I just like feel so confident now. And when mom feels good, she shows up differently in the home and she shows up differently in life. That's just true. And if she feels bad, that's gonna affect how she's showing up too. I love the products. I have not missed a day in 2 months. It's been about 2 months now. My skin texture has improved. I have a glow. My pores are noticeably smaller. And then as far as a business opportunity, I'm just very business minded. I know a good opportunity when I see one. And it's basically like getting in Mary Kay on the ground floor. And it's clean. And one thing that I also didn't know, I heard this in a different presentation, is that this is actually helping to regulate your nervous system and it's affecting the fascia, which I had no idea, but I'm all about nervous system regulation as a mom. So I just love the whole mission and that people can get results so quickly, and that it gives moms an opportunity to be home with their babies like I've been since 2014. So
Amazing. I love it. Tell me a little bit. We were talking earlier when we got on. We both used the makeup today because we're like we have to show up and represent the makeup. So what do you love about the makeup? I know you did a demo on social media the other day.
yeah, if you want to see it up close, go back and watch my demo on Facebook. But I have aging skin. I'm in my mid 40s, so I have not been able to wear any kind of foundation for 10 years because it just looks horrible and cakey. This looks like skin. Even up close, you can't tell that it's makeup. It just gives you this beautiful dewy finish. I have the glass skin. Everybody's talking about glass skin on TikTok and Instagram. So that beautiful glow that you get from the Korean skincare can still come through with the makeup. And then I also just got the hairline. I just used that for the first time today. And I have very curly, nappy hair. It takes me usually about 10 minutes to brush through it. I brushed through it in about 2 minutes.
And that's the thing too with the hair. That's why we have so many hairstylists on the team and salon owners because of the results that people are saying. And in a clinic, actually, I think we have a slide coming up, but in a clinical Korean trial, because they do a lot of studies. In fact, they just partnered with Harvard University to do studies on Riman. So they do all kinds of science and research. In fact, they own a laboratory called Ask Labs. And in that laboratory, they did a study on the hair care and it regrew hair 61% in a Korean clinical study. It's crazy, right? And your hair
Mhm.
looks beautiful. Your skin is radiant and glowing. And when somebody like Megan she won't brag about herself. So I'm going to brag about her. She is a top leader in this industry. She's a huge social media influencer. I don't know how many times you've been deplatformed, Megan, but the fact that you have all those followers, and I know you run multiple accounts trying to keep it all going. But when
Mhm.
Megan's approached by all kinds of people with a lot of stuff, and
Mhm.
for her to select this, I think it's really speaks volumes to the quality of the product and of the company itself. Anything else, Megan, that you
Totally.
think of before we continue on?
No, nope.
No, thank you so much for sharing and for being here. I'm so excited to help you get your business launched strong. It's already launched. You're already killing it, flying up the charts, but
Mhm.
it is really fun to get together and do this. So I'm going to move along to the next slide and show
Yes.
you some before and after pictures of our hair care. And in just one wash, right here with scalp psoriasis. If you know anybody with scalp psoriasis, my daughter suffered from it for years. It's super embarrassing. You cannot hide. She put all her hair up in a bun and would wear hats, and it was just mortifying. And once it is gone, it is a life changer for people. And then here are some of the results of the hair regrowth that you can see down on the bottom. And here's the makeup that we were talking about. There's a company called La Mer, and they're sold through Neiman Marcus, and they sell this same technology for $150. Well, here's the difference. Ours is $50 and you get two cushions that last you about 6 to 8 months. And ours is filled with the number one Korean skincare. So it is skincare that doubles as makeup. I'm also wearing the lips today. I combine my lips. So I have this is a symphony pink, and I also do this with a dusty petal. And what happens with this lip is that, I was born in the 1960s. My lips are lined. This helps to remove all of the lip wrinkles and the lip lines. So you will want to keep using the lipstick and keep applying that to prevent lip lines. All right, and here are some before and afters of our makeup. So you can see everybody's face just looks like skin on the left. And then on the right, it looks like skin just a little bit better. And look at the pores. One of our team members is a celebrity makeup artist, and she took a picture of her nose pores before and after applying the skincare. So it really is just like, or excuse me, the makeup. I call it skincare, it's the makeup, but it's like airbrushing away your imperfections. Here are some of the colors of our color cosmetics. We have more coming soon. They are constantly releasing new products. So they have a mascara with a natural regrowth serum in it that is coming. It's in Korea right now in the lab, and we're just waiting for it to come here to the US. So more coming soon. Everything is always infused with the skincare. They use incredible marketing. So this is an example. This is the #1 actor in Asia. His name is Won Bin. He is 59 years old. If his face is not a testament to Korean skincare, I don't know what is. He's been using and representing Riman since 2018. They are going to spend a lot of money on marketing here in the US as well, probably in year 3, which we are just starting to come up to. They're very smart and very savvy business people, and they want to have all of their systems in place before going huge and doing the billboards in Times Square and all of the craziness. But again, you are all here at the very beginning. They also hired the top marketing, packaging, and branding firm in the US. They are based out of New York. They do the marketing for all of these companies. And of course, Riman, and our goal is to be recognized globally wherever we go with our ICD logo and our beautiful packaging. I'm going to talk a little bit about the money. I do this full time. This is a full-time job. I make more money doing this than the surgeons in Boston or the top lawyers in Boston where I live. I know the salaries, and it is pretty crazy what we've been able to accomplish here in just under 2 years. My 2-year anniversary is coming up. We serve on our team, my team alone, over 21,000 customers and distributors. So that happened in a very short period of time. This is exploding everywhere. So let's talk about our ranks. And I'm going to highlight 2, and I'm going to tell you what we love about them. At this rank, you double your commission and you hold this rank forever. You could go on a Riman hiatus and not work for 6 months, come back, make a sale, and that's going to be your commission. Same thing with senior manager. When you earn this rank, you hold it for life. This rank, where you get paid 40% differential, 40% on your own sales, and then a 40% differential on infinite levels deep. This rank is really what I call the moneymaker at Riman. And there is a little bit of a volume requirement, but when you hit that rank, you are doing that volume pretty handily. So let's look at a couple more things. Volume rolls over. So you never start with 0 in your back office. You always start with some money there month over month. And I know that at my old companies, when we would drop back to 0 in our back office every month, it was always very discouraging. So it's nice that we get to keep our volume. And the average customer orders 7 to 8 times a year, even more now that we've added the makeup. I think we even made this slide before makeup was released. The other thing to note is, as a distributor, we do not have any required purchases. There is no auto ship, there's no minimum monthly requirements or annual requirements, nothing. And there's no back office fee. So to get involved with us, I call it $20 and a dream. You pay 20 bucks and you get your website and you are ready to go. No subscriptions, no anything. And it's funny, somebody asked me, well, do they charge you the $20 again? And I've been almost 2 years. I think my 2 years coming up. Let's see if they charge me $20. But I've never been charged again. If any distributors are on here and I don't think any of us have ever been charged after that initial 20 bucks. So you really have nothing to lose. Get involved. We get paid so many ways. This is another way. When you promote leaders on your team, you get matched on their check, which is really, really nice. I know we're not supposed to make any sort of income claims. I will just say that one of my team check matches last month was $8,000. And that's just one of the 5 ways that we get paid. But I was lucky enough to sponsor a top influencer. So you never know what could happen here in terms of who you bring in. So leadership bonus, there's unilevel, they have profit share. I think profit share is very important for any company in this industry to really help you get a stake in what's going on at your company, right? So just another way. And here, these are our owners. This is Chairman An from South Korea. He is the one who created Riman and our beautiful smart farm, as we mentioned before, where everything is grown and cultivated. Here is the campus. The campus is massive. Size of the entire campus is probably 4 New York City blocks. It is massive. It's taking up a huge section of Jeju Island, and they are just growing with their partnership with Harvard and everything else that they are doing. And when our owner made his first $1 billion, he did not buy a jet or a yacht or a new wife or whatever, all the crazy things that people do when they get a lot of money. He has a heart to serve, a true servant's heart. He still drives his Hyundai. He took that money and he created this beautiful luxury resort for the distributors. So when you hit the director level, you can go here anytime and stay for free. It is absolutely incredible what he has done. So here's a little bit more. And the global expansion. So as we said, 50 countries over the next 5 years. And if you're like me, you might be thinking, I don't know anybody in another country. I didn't know anyone in another country. And right now we are leading, we have the largest team in the Philippines, which is random, right? But somebody knew somebody in the Philippines. We have a big team in the UK, Mexico, and we just had boots on the ground. In fact, I think they are still there. Shout out to our team members in Colombia doing the launch there. So sky's kind of the limit right now with what we have going on. We are going to be, pretty much taking over the K beauty market. So an incredible opportunity. And I am going to, yeah, wrap it up. I guess one more thing, we'll talk about our team just for a second, because the team that you join is important. You want to be with a leader who does this full time, who is accessible to you, who has a private representative at corporate, which we do to get things done quickly. And we have systems that have cost thousands and thousands of dollars to create that you get for free. So you get a skin quiz that you can send to other people. They take the quiz. They even have their face scanned by a facial scanner to tell them what is happening with their skin. Megan, have you done the facial scanner yet? Let us know. And I'd be curious to know
Yeah,
what
I
your
have.
results were. Yeah.
I have. I just want to say the one thing that I noticed is that some of the people who are filling out the skin quiz, it will recommend them go to the Radiant Zone right away. So if you do it and it says that, you want to start with the ICD line, not the Radiant Zone, until you've been on the ICD for a couple months. So just
100%. Thank you for saying that. Yeah,
Mhm.
they will, because I was recommended the Radiant as well. It's by age. So if you're born in the 1960s, you're going to get that as a recommendation. But
Okay.
we say no. We say start with ICD. And it's double the cost to start with the advanced line as well. And then if you also say you have incredibly dry skin, it might also come up with the radiant zone. So thank you for saying that. That is a really good point. Um, After they take their skin quiz, they are sent messages every 7 to 10 days that links back to your website. So they get a drip email campaign and they get, sent to your website with recommendations of what to buy, basically just handed it to them on a plate, right? This is what you need. Go buy it. This is Megan's website or your website if you choose to join us. And then we also have a training website. So when you get started, everything that you need to know is laid out for you very simply. And we also have a team boards, which is basically a team library of all of our resources. So we are the fastest growing team on the company, and we had to password protect everything because people were trying to get into these resources. So this is the team to join, my friends, for sure. So you are here right now hearing about Riman at the very beginning for a reason. Please lock arms with us and bring Riman to the rest of the country. In a year from now, you will either be with us and building and enjoying the products and growing a team of your own, or you will have watched as 5, 6 people in your town take over with Riman. This is growing very, very quickly. We hope that you decide to lock arms with us. Whatever you decide to do, we are super happy that you joined us here today, and we are looking forward to working with you in the future. To join Meghan's team, what you're going to do is go to her website. Actually, you know what? Reach out to Meghan directly. Meghan, what's your username?
Meghan Rose Skin, Meghan with an H.
Okay, meganroseskin.reman.com is going to get you to Meghan's website, but reach out to her and say, hey, I want to work with you, or I would love to try this skincare, and she can help walk you through the process. If you are invited here by somebody else, get back to the person who invited you to learn how to get started with us. Thanks again for your time and for joining us here today. Thanks, Meghan.
Thank you, Jen, and thank you everyone for being here.
Thanks for being here. I hope your daughter feels better soon.
Thank you. Thank you.
Love from us.
Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.